The US President Barack Obama, who was the honorary speaker of the 63rd National Prayer Breakfast, which was held in Washington, referred to the abuse of religion. It is used, as he says, as a weapon of evil.
From a school in Pakistan to the streets of Paris, we have seen violence and terror perpetrated by those who profess to stand up for faith, their faith. Profess to stand up for Islam, but in fact are betraying it. We see ISIL, a brutal, vicious death cult that, in the name of religion, carries out unspeakable acts of barbarism, terrorizing religious minorities like the Yazidis, subjecting women to rape as a weapon of war, and claiming the mantle of religious authority for such actions. We see sectarian war in Syria, the murder of Muslims and Christians in Nigeria, religious war in the Central African Republic, a rising tide of anti-Semitism and hate crimes in Europe, so often perpetrated in the name of religion. So how do we, as people of faith, reconcile these realities?
Due to this purpose, special guest of the National Prayer Breakfast was Dalai Lama.
I want to offer a special welcome to a good friend, His Holiness, the Dalai Lama, who is a powerful example of what it means to practice compassion, and who inspires us to speak up for the freedom and dignity of all human beings.
The National Prayer Breakfast gathered around 3,000 participants from more than 100 countries, including the president of Atlas Group, Duško Knežević. At the gathering from the Montenegrin delegation, beside Knežević, was the president of the Montenegrin Parliament, Ranko Krivokapić, Minister of Sustainable Development and Tourism, Branimir Gvozdenović, and MP Aleksandar Damjanović. Their host in Washington was Congressman Robert Aderholt, one of the organizers of the National Prayer Breakfast and a member of Helsinki Committee. At the Capitol Hill in Washington at the eve of the event, Aderholt met Knežević, who has been a participant of the National Prayer Breakfast since 2008. In Montenegro in 2008, a regional reunion had been held under the patronage of National Prayer Breakfast. It was Aderholt and Senator Jim Inhofe who were the guests of the event, which Atlas Group had organized in Budva under the name Unity in Diversity South European Gathering. Beside this, at the invitation of University of Mediterranean and Atlas Group, Honorary Director of Religious and Political Organization, the Fellowship Foundation, Douglas Coe, had been a Montenegrin and Serbian guest in 2009. This organization is the founder and promoter of the National Prayer Breakfast. Atlas Group was one of the sponsors of a second regional reunion modeled by National Prayer Breakfast, which was held in Budva in 2012. Several thousands of participants from Montenegro, the region, Europe and the United States attended the event called 9th Southeast European Gathering. Among them was the President of Montenegro, Filip Vujanović, and Prime Minister Milo Đukanović.